What is up, guys, gals, and non binary pals? My name's Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellanea. My name is Naomi. Again, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new, it's Tuesday, and usually on Tuesdays we have trivia. I'm usually working on a piece or doing something diamond painting related, and then, I'm asking questions, you're giving answers. I just pick a trivia topic based on whatever sounds fun at the moment, and I get going from there. Now, today I'm doing something a little bit different because I have a bunch of whips that have finished, and now I need to kit down. So I've got a bunch of crap out here in front of me. I've got trivia ready. Ow, I just bashed my knee. Oh, what's up, Wendy? So yeah, I just need to get some of this stuff done, and I'm in like a weird mind space for those who are kind of following along. Dustin's uncle suddenly, not to be a bummer, suddenly passed away last week, and so we did like 2 days worth of funeral stuff. I don't know how they figure that sort of stuff out. I'm pagan, so Christian people's like sort of ritualistic things confuse me. Beans just got in Sugar's face. Um, but 2 days worth of funeral just seemed like a lot to me, but I am not really super in the mood for diamond painting, and I do need to get this stuff kitted down. So I thought, you know what? Let's just take care of it. I can show people what I got going on. What's up, wallflower? And we can do some trivia at the same time. It doesn't take too much brain power to do all of this stuff. So, um, I do things a little weird when it comes to like the way that I kit down or the way that I like save things or whatever. So I thought I'd kind of talk through that process too, because I've got lots of different methods of storage I use. And then the way that I end up like saving things is kind of interesting. I don't know. Maybe somebody wants to know how that's all done or whatever. I don't know. I usually wait until we have, at least a few people in the chat before I get going on the trivia. So, how are you guys doing? Is your week good? Um, have you been busy? Have you been not busy? I know we're only on to Tuesday here. So are you working on something? What's your whip? What you got going? Tell me all about it. Uh, that all said, as you can see, I've got these bags in front of me. These are empty baggies of the plastic bags from when I pour everything into the containers. And I save these in all of its various forms. Like this is, not sure what this is. Let's see. I feel like this might be my one with the diamond art. Sorry, crinkly plastic sounds for a second. Try and do that under the table so it's not as crankle sounding. Show me your ways. Yeah. Um, so typically when I kit up, yeah, it's azalea. I'm not done with this one yet. So we'll put this in here. It'll stay. So I got these tubs. They're not like locking tubs or anything like that. They literally just like lock together like so. Nothing special. Got these at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. I think you can also get these on the Dollar Tree website. But usually what I'll do is I will squeeze all of the air that I can out of them and then, stuff them in here. If there's some extra diamonds or things like that, sometimes those just get stuck in here too. I'm not sure what this is. Meh. Luna Pythonissum is still a work in progress. That's a diamond dots piece that's still in progress. This is part of my, oh, that's what this is. This is part of my Josephine wall. And then this one, oh, is from Teddy Bear. Good, because I need to get that down too. That's Deep from Distracted by Diamonds. Okay. So I just sort of squish them in, whatever ways that they will fit to keep them out of the way. And then these things, they fit very nicely into the like 3-drawer Sterlite container. What's up, Faye? Took a break from the cross stitch conversion and worked on Shattered. Ooh. What's up, Faye? How you doing? I'm just doing some kit downs because I'll tell you what, it's been necessary for a minute. Some of this uh, storage free again so I can start kitting some other things up. But I've got a Jaded Gem shop that needs kitted down. I've got a Dreamer Designs, a couple of Diamond Art Clubs, another Diamond Art Club, and a Jaded, oh, that's my Jaded Gem shop. Okay, let's start with the Jaded Gem shop. Get that out of the way. Um, move some things. There we go. Now, I use lots of different storage containers, as you guys know, just whatever seems to work for the moment. I've got Craftmates that I use. I have art dot drawer storage that I use. I know. I hate kitting down. It's one of my least favorite things. I've got Elizabeth Ward storage that I use. I think I still have. This is down the rabbit hole and still needs to be kitted down. So I've got a lot I need to get out of the way. Kitting down is my least favorite thing. I know for some people it's really cathartic. It's like, oh, it's the end and I'm done. And I'm sort of like, but I can buy another Craftmates and then I don't have to worry about it. I found Craftmates on sale for like $18. Could not pass it up. And it just made it worse. It's sort of like people, okay, pro life tip. If you are shit like I am at doing the dishes, now I make my kids do the dishes, so I don't have to worry about it. But if you're shit like I am at doing your dishes, throw out dishes. And I don't mean like don't wash them, throw them away. I mean, limit your dishes down to like a 4 set or something. Like, 4 plates, 4 cups, 4, whatever. Because the more dishes you have, the more dishes you dirty, the more dishes you have to wash later. Right? So, in buying more storage, I am only making my problem worse. I just really need to stop doing that. That being said, I did need the storage because I normally have like 8 things kitted up at any one time. So, anyways, this is all from Honor the Masses, which I still need to film a post review on. She is beautiful. I loved that finish. In fact, because I'm kitting her down, I can show you what her finish looks like. Grab her out. Her finish is lovely. I did post pictures in the Discord, but figure why the hell not? What's up, Lily? How you doing? Hi, Fern Frey. Finally made it to a live chat. Welcome. So I'm behind on things. That said, oh y'all, if I owe you a pen this week, I am going over to the in-laws house 3 days. I believe I'm going over Wednesday and Thursday and Friday to turn some pens because the weather is supposed to be like up in the 70s this week. It is perfect weather for going over, not burning through a bunch of propane to do it. And I am beyond stoked. I've needed to get into the garage for a while. I've got some other things I'm going to work on starting to pour while I'm there. Ooh, it's going to be good. And oh, I've already got the blanks made. I just need to turn them on the lathe, and it's so much better sounding than having to use up a half a tank of propane just to get the room up to temperature so I can work in it. Okay, so this is Honor the Masses from Jaded Gem Shop. This is what I'm going to be kitting down. She is a 50 by 50. This is Anki Moore. I love this piece, I have to say. Now, as with any computer generated / hybrid kit, obviously you're going to see things in in person that are going to look a little more like crazy or grainy, some colors that you're like, why in the heck are those colors in there? Like, hard to see from where you are in viewing distance, but there's these little orange dots in here or little yellow dots in here, and you can't see it from where you are. I can see it obviously because it's right here in front of me. But um the thing about a hybrid render like this is I feel like it allows for a truer to the original art picture. And like even her neck here, like it you might see a little bit of green there, but to me, I see all different kinds of colors. But I think it gives a truer because it's using all these different colors next to each other to create a different color with your eye. I love that. I think that's really cool. Um, and like I said, it gives you truer to photo real imagery. Now, sure, I could have blown this up to 100 by 100 and it would have looked probably like spot on perfect, but it would have been a lot of color blocking and would have been boring. Well, ho all to you too, diamonds around the world. Ho. Hi. So I think it looks great. I'm ready to kit it down. I'm ready to do a post review on her in the very near. And yeah, I just wanted to show you guys the finished product because as usual, you know, Jada Gem Shop nails it out of the park. Quality is good. I can show you the sum total of all of the garbage from this kit. It was that. That was how much garbage I had. Not horrible. Not mad about it. I can tell you that. I've had worse. Trust and believe. But yeah. So this is Honor the Masses, and I'm gonna kit this one down while we do our trivia today. But any foozles, yeah, like I said, um, kit downs, they're not my favorite thing. You like sometimes I'm okay with them. Sometimes they're really cathartic. I can just mindlessly do, which is sort of why I chose it for today. And it's all good, you know, whatever. But some of the issue that I run into is like if I don't do them right away, I'm like, I just don't feel like it. I don't want to. I could just open another craft mates or whatever. So what I do whenever I'm kitting up, I actually save all of my plastic bags. No, I know you are diamonds around the world. I was giving you a hard time. Uh, I save all of my little plastic baggies. Reason I do this is because I really hate plastic waste. It's my least favorite thing about diamond painting is all of the plastic waste. And rather than kitting down into sandwich baggies right away or whatever, I end up kitting down into these. Now, when I do get my system together for my extra drill storage, whatever, I'll probably have sandwich baggies, like thicker sandwich bag, not sandwich bag, the little baby Ziplocs, you know what I'm talking about, like what you would get from uh like like this kind of thicker baggie, like you get from DP with sparklers. I just put them back into these for the time being. Now, the one thing about jade is and shimmering canvases is that you end up with about 1.5 million little bags, and you can see I'm not going to need all of this when I'm done, so I will end up throwing a lot of that away. But what can you do about it? I have this ephemera 3D tray. Yes, it's an event tray, but I love it. This is the deep 6. That means because it's 6 inches long and it's a deeper tray. I like this one for kitting down because it has the smaller pour spout that fits really well into the little like slits that I've cut into the sides of the bags. I kind of like that. And then while I am working on this, I figure now be warned, Dustin's going to be home any minute. He'll be taking Beans with him, you know, so he can stop the barking and things. But uh just wanted to warn you that the dogs may bellow out at just about any moment here. So anyways, you're no longer doing your cross stitch. What's everybody else working on as far as your whips go? I have about a third left to go on my Captured by Radiance piece. I have um I have the start of a row done on a round jaded gem shop, which I'll be working on as the days are going through, and then Azalea, which I just showed the tag for. Where did she go? Where did you go, Azalea? You're hiding on me again. Aha, that's where down the rabbit hole went. Azalea is from the one with the diamond. Oh, here she is from the one with the diamond art. I am still working on her. I finished a bunch of paint gems too. Here's Azalea by Julia Speary. Still working on her. I'm working this way. So I've got like this section is done. Still working on that. And then I don't have any other pieces going, you guys. It's very weird. Very weird. But what do you guys got going while I get things prepped? Oh, and then see my little fabric softener squares. I actually put those right back into the container to reuse it and just close that up. Oh, I got my tape here too. Plague Doctor, been really enjoying this weird shift. My diamond painting time has been cut down a lot. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's never fun. Working on Crafty Bliss from Dreamer Designs, my second piece. First Hogwarts was, oh, you're hooked. All right. That's the way to do it. How are you enjoying the Dreamer Designs? I know some people have like mixed feelings or whatever about Dreamer Designs, but you know, my version 1.5 that I did, or 2, whatever, version 2, they're on version 3 now, was actually not a hateful experience for me. I did not hate it. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever encountered, I can tell you that. Now, I did a dumb and I just put the stickers on top of the things, which normally I would not have done that. I would have put washi tape down, but I was lazy. Let's be honest. I was lazy. Sometimes that happens. I just don't feel like it, you know. But yeah, my version 2 Dreamer Designs was not awful. It was nothing like the first Dreamer Designs that I did. The version 1, Never Again. I did not care for that so much. I still need to get a new Dreamer just to see what the newer version is like. Okay, it seems okay so far. Those squares are harder for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Does it seem like the grid is tight enough, or are you noticing a lot of gapping? I've seen some beautiful finishes, but I wondered, like, you know, because we see things on pictures, it looks like it's already in viewing distance, so you don't really know, is it better or is it just further away from me to be able to see, you know? But so let's see. Who in the group here in the chat considers themselves to be either eagle-eyed when it comes to companies that use the same manufacturer or are um or you've worked a lot of different shops and you kind of can tell which ones are maybe using a similar manufacturer. If you are, if you consider yourself eagle-eyed, you know what? Or if you've been a customer of Jaded Gem Shop, you've done a lot of Jaded Gem Shops, will you hit me up in Discord on the private messages? I have a question for you. I need an eagle eye. Yeah, oh, That might be Dustin. One moment. Sorry, not Dustin. It's some little kids walking. Come here, Beans. Yeah, no more barking. Sorry. It's getting done with school and walking around things. Yeah, I need an eagle-eyed person. Okay, so I just did 414. See, and this is where I'm going to run into garbage that I don't need. It happens. Found the grid okay, but lots of trash and some lighter colors. Hmm. Okay. No gapping, but I'm still trying to align in rows. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I want to try out a Dreamer Designs, the newer, like, overseas collection or whatever. And anything from after October of last year is supposed to be their updated grid. I and I didn't hate the version 2. Um, it was definitely gappy. I mean, no gappier than an old Diamond Art Club, but gappy enough that I would hesitate to, purchase some until they got that worked out. I mean, even the Muni Made 1.5 is very similar to that second version Dreamer Design grid. And I didn't hate my Muni Made either, my version 1.5 Muni Made. So, it's all kind of, it's all opinion and what you can handle as far as gapping is concerned. Now, the first version Dreamer Designs, never again. Never ever again. But version 2 wasn't that bad. Okay. So while I am kidding this down, and somebody is hopefully going to message me because they've worked on enough Jaded Gem shops to know what the canvas is like and maybe be able to compare it to something else. And you're going to send me a Discord message, I hope. 'Cause I've got questions. But I have some mythology and folklore trivia for you that I got set up. Pretty easy stuff. I do what I always do. I start with easy questions. I move on to medium questions. You'll have one from January of this year. Oh, cool. Yeah, please do. Please let me know. And then I move on to medium questions and then hard questions. It's really nothing too strenuous, I promise. Nothing that's going to blow your brain out the back of your head because it's just hard questions or anything. On mythology and folklore. And from what I could tell, like, these are questions most people, if you remember, sorry, Beans is over there crunching away on his treat. That's his keep me quiet treat. Most of it's going to be, if you remember things from mythology and folklore, you're probably going to remember a lot of them. And it's everything from like Norse to Egyptian to, just all kinds of stuff. Greek, Roman, what have you. You'll be all right. So let me grab up my list here. Okay, so we're going to start with easy, as we usually do, and then I give you the harder questions. Question number 1, while we do our kit down here. Who is the king of the Greek gods? That's a pretty easy one. Who is the king of the Greek gods? Also, father to many, 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 many babies. All the babies, in fact, I think belong to this particular Greek God, he's got all the wives and all the babies. And all the mistresses too while he's at it. Yes. Yes, yes. You know it. That is Zeus. Zeus is the father of all, I feel like, the king of the Greek gods. What is the name of the Norse god of thunder? Again, these are the easy questions. When we get into the harder ones, then you'll really be. I like to reuse my fabric softener squares when I do my kit downs and things. I just put them back into the containers or whatever. Uh until I can't really like smell them any longer. If they no longer have a scent to them, then they probably don't work anymore. But I found that I can reuse them a good 2 or 3 times before they really stop working, doing what they're supposed to do. I am a reuse, reduce, recycle person. Not that I have a bunch of fabric softener square trash, but it happens. Yes, Thor. Thor has got his hammer. Bonus points if you can name Thor's father. He is, in fact, father. What is Thor's dad's name? 676. I should probably put these in number order so they're easier to find, huh? Nah, that's what smart people do. Smart people do that sort of thing. Beans, quit whining over there, sir. It's been nice weather, so there's been lots of kids out, and I was walking the other night. Didn't have him with me this time. It was early in the evening, and these kids were they were playing with Nerf guns, and I saw them running up the street. I was just walking down the sidewalk. I saw them running up the street, and they're like, "There he is, there he is." I think they thought I was like a friend of theirs that was, fighting with Nerf guns. And then I was like, "Nope, just me." They're like, "Oh, sorry, ma'am." I'm like, "Oh, great. Almost got pegged with a bunch of Nerf guns." And they figured it out pretty quickly. Usually when I'm walking beans. Beans, sir? You're just over there laying down and barking at nothing? Is your life really all that sad that you just gotta bark about everything? Yes, Mom. Yes, it is. Grumble groaning. Hey, what's up, Brenda? All right, so father of Thor is Odin. Yes, look at you guys. You know what you're talking about. All right, in Egyptian mythology, who is the god of the underworld? You remember your Egyptian mythologies? I'm doing some kitting down, Brenda. I have too many kits kitted up right now, and I need to get a hold of my containers again here. I still want to see Craftmates do a version where instead of just having this like flip open thing, that they would have a third thing here that would flip on top and then close, because then it would give you another, what would that be? Because there's 4 times 7. Sir, 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 hey, hush, just a moment. Come here, come here. You're gonna hang out by me. Come here. Till Dad gets home. Come on. No, I know. I know. Come here. Come here. I'll bring you over here by me. Anyways, there we go. No more barking. No more barking, sir. No more barking. I know there's kids out there talking and making sounds at you that you don't like. All right, who remembers the god? Yes, Osiris, the god. Hello, Nancy, of the underworld. Now, I used to have these weird, wicked, weird dreams when I was in middle school about like Egyptology, all sorts of weird stuff. And I thought at the time, oh, I must be dreaming this stuff because like, I'm obviously remembering my life in Egypt because, I was 11 and you think things like that when you're 11. Could I tell you why I was dreaming about Egypt? No, still couldn't tell you to this day why I was dreaming about Egypt. It wasn't something that we were studying in school, so don't really know why. Do I think it was because I was remembering my past life? Oh, not necessarily, but there could have been some significance in it. I don't know what it is, but okay, so I filled this one up, but this is why I always save all the spare bags so that get rid of I can keep all of my diamonds and I don't have to throw any away. I throw away acrylics in a jar. Yes, Osiris. Now let's see. How about what is the name of the one-eyed giant in Greek mythology? That's a pretty easy one. The one-eyed giant in Greek mythology. Yeah, I save all the bags, little baggies or whatever, but I end up throwing out, especially like I said with Jada Gem Shop, I end up throwing out a lot more than I save. 15. Egyptian mythology is my first love, then Greek myth. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Hence the tattoos. Have always loved. I actually have words in like bleh. My brain just went, nope, you don't know words. In Egyptian script, I have words in like cuneiform on the back of my neck that literally mean strength is life. Well, okay, so it actually is strength is life, but that's because there's a masculine and a feminine character for strength, and I didn't like the feminine character for strength. So, but it's supposed to just mean strength is life. And that can be strength of body, strength of mind, strength of spirit, whatever, but it's on the back of my neck. And then I have the eyes of uh Horus here because I'm a Sagittarius, and Sagittarius's main phrase is I see, and Sagittariuses are seers. Horus was the watcher, and I'm pagan. Pagans are also seers, right? So I went with Eyes of Horus because it seemed the most fitting for me generally. Just a little tidbit trivia about me. Yes, it is Cyclops. Okay, which legendary British king had a sword called Excalibur? Which legendary British king had a sword called Excalibur? And if you remember your mythos and legends, he pulled this sword from a stone. Really want more Egyptian diamond paintings. Rose Dawn, me too. Me too. Would love to have more Egyptian stuff. They just don't have enough. I'm gonna put these in better order just because I'm running into issues with knowing where stuff is. So put them in better order. That should be better. There we go. Okay. Just so I know whether or not I've already done it and I can throw out the plastic I don't need. 5, 6, 2. Yes, King Arthur. Now, I do also really enjoy Arthurian legend. The tales of like Merlin and Morgana and Arthur, Lancelot. In fact, what's the movie? It was it was a movie called Merlin and it had Sam Neill as Merlin. Uh, Maybe it was a series even. Can't remember if it was a series or if it was just a movie. It was so good. It had Martin Short plays uh Martin Short plays in it. Who else? Helen Helena Bonham Carter, I think, is in that too. It was an amazing, amazing, amazing series. I loved it. But it was called Merlin. And a lot of it was, of course, like, fiction is TV stuff, but TV movie stuff. But it was so good. So, so good. Me and a friend submitted a bunch of Egyptian art to licensing a few months back. Right on. Yeah, I'd love to see some more Egyptian art. Would love to. May have just heard Dustin open the door. I don't know. Unless they forced him to work at Volkswagen again today, in which case he won't be here till around 5. Kids went to a dental appointment. Everybody left me to my own devices. But I'll have to see if I can find that particular series. It was so good. So, so good. Okay, let's see. In folklore, what is a werewolf? In folklore, what is a werewolf? Little longer question with a little longer answer. Fun fact, in Wisconsin, in Elkhorn specifically, there are actually officers because of a tale called The Beast of Bray Road. I'm not making this up. There is a supposed werewolf that hunts around the Bray Road area in Elkhorn, Wisconsin. And this is no lie because I've asked an officer. The officers in Elkhorn, I think that's Elkhorn County still, the sheriffs carry silver bullets. 1 silver bullet just in case they should ever need to shoot a werewolf. Is that nuts? So there is a book, it's called Weird Wisconsin. And I think they actually cite that as a fact in Weird Wisconsin. But there is a woman named Linda. She wrote a book called The Beast of Bray Road. And I had her sign my copy of Weird Wisconsin because she just was obsessed with, she was just like a regular reporter at one point and then became obsessed with the idea that this werewolf, this real werewolf exists. And, she would gather first, eyewitness. That's Dustin. Hold, please. He isn't attached to the chair. He was attached to me. Take it off. All right, sorry about that. Kids just walked in. But yeah, real true story that she would take these firsthand eyewitnesses and she wrote a book. Ew, yeah, I know it's furry. Gross. Yes. So a werewolf is A man that turns into a wolf during the full moon. Yes, yes, that is what a werewolf is. But the book Weird Wisconsin. In fact, there's a whole like weird state series written. Definitely it's a book worth checking out. There's all kinds of like fun little like haunted places in those states, or let him up there with you if you're going to take her up. I know. I'm just saying don't close the gate, please. I've seen like weird Indiana and weird Michigan because I live near those states, but you want to see if there's a weird whatever state you live in. Just arrived, gotta run. Oh, kids just arrived. Hello to the grandkids. Have a good day, Fern Frey. Hopefully see you soon. But you may have a weird whatever state you live in. It's something you might want to check out because honestly, they're real fun books. All right, let's see. Next question. Ooh, getting a little harder here. Not this one. Next one's. What is the name of the legendary lost city that supposedly sank into the ocean? It is also the name of a movie. What is the name of the legendary lost city that supposedly sank into the ocean? Wouldn't that be fantastic if this place actually existed? Oh, it does exist. I'm lying. Sorry. Illuminati and all of that, too. While we're at it, the Illuminati totally exists. Well, okay. It depends on who you ask and what you see as Illuminati signs. That's a whole other tale for a whole other day. Um, that is supposedly one of their symbols, yes, but that is also a Masonic symbol. And Masons and Freemasons have been using that symbol for a lot of years. Like Grandpa Jerry had that symbol around the house actually because he was a Mason, is a Mason. Yes, it's Atlantis. Atlantis. Wouldn't that be awesome to have a real like underwater city with all of these like ancient mysteries and texts and things like that? Very cool stuff. All right, next question. Ooh, here's a harder one. What is the name of the fire-breathing dragon in Norse mythology? What is the name of the fire-breathing dragon in Norse mythology? This one I may have needed help with. I don't know if I would have known this one by myself. I know the names of Odin's ravens, but the dragon, I forgot the name of the dragon. Starts with an F for those who need just a wee hint. The name of the dragon, the one that they put at the front of their ships, their Viking ships. Nope, I have that backwards. There we go. At the front of the Viking ship is the Fafnir. Fafnir is the name of a dragon in Norse mythology. Yeah, I would have needed help on that. I would have had to Google that. No clue. Guess I didn't realize that it had a separate name other than dragon, but I guess they don't speak English, so duh. Of course it has another name. All right, in Japanese folklore, what type of a creature is a kitsune? In Japanese folklore, what type of creature is a kitsune. What? People know that sort of thing. Well, most people should know a lot of things. That doesn't mean that they do. Not everybody's a nerd like you and I are. But again, just because there's diamond paintings of it doesn't mean that everybody knows what that is. A hint for you, Margaret Morales has a kitsune in one of her diamond paintings. Yes, it's a fox, or a fox with multiple tails, or a fox that is able to shapeshift into a woman, a beautiful woman. Remember the myth, but not the dragon's name. See, yeah, same. I would have been totally lost. I needed my Google foo for that. All right. According to Greek mythology, who was cursed to turn everything that he touched into gold? According to Greek mythology, who was cursed to have everything that he touched turn to gold? I loved this story. It was one of my favorites because, like Greek mythology, they have some really ridiculous stuff happening. Like, the way that Aphrodite is born from, a shell, and the foam of the sea after one of the warriors' testicles were severed and thrown into the ocean. Like, they were really doing some crazy stuff back in Greek times. So why wouldn't they just have a man slash a king, for a hint, who everything he touched turned to gold? Makes me want to read more. Yeah, okay, so there is a fantastic well, okay. You're gonna have to lay aside some, it's hard nowadays. I feel like you almost have to separate the fiction from the author, but there is a book called Dream Hunters by Neil Gaiman. And it is a Japanese tale about a kitsune who falls in love with a monk. And it is a beautiful story. Yes, King Midas, everything he touched turned to gold, including, if I remember correctly, his own daughter. I think he turns his own daughter into gold. I guess it's better than having everything that you touch turn into crap. I wouldn't want that power either. But yeah, if I remember correctly, King Midas turned his own daughter into gold. But like I said, they were doing some crazy stuff in Greek times. They were just doing whatever the heck they felt like doing. All right. Next question. What is the name of the river that separates the living from the dead in Greek mythology? What is the name of the river that separates the living from the dead in Greek mythology? And you have to pay the ferryman to cross it. So the whole idea about coins on the eyes actually came from this, where you would need to pay the ferryman to coins. And so the idea of putting pennies or coins on someone's eyes was so that they could take them with them to pay the ferryman when they crossed the river Styx. Like the band STYX. Gives new meaning to come sail away. I loved Styx actually as a band. I'm just gonna put that out there. Sweet Madam Blue might be my favorite Styx song. There are others that I love, but I do love Sweet Madam Blue. It's a very, very good one. I need to get one of those nail savers from, Wow, thank you, Togo. A nail saver from Kevin's DP pens. All right, let's see. In Slavic folklore, you're don't worry, you're gonna know the answer. I know you're like Slavic. Oh, geez. What is the name of the witch who lives in a house on chicken legs? Right. In Slavic folklore, what is the name of the house that a witch lives in that is on chicken legs? I know you're probably like, what is that? And if you don't know it and I tell you, you're going to be like, oh my God, that's right. Because you do know this. You just don't know that you know it. It's an easier question than you think. Do you remember the Baba Yaga? The Baba Yaga it's a house that apparently the witch lives in, and it's stood up on chicken legs from Slavic folklore. Slavic folklore is some of the darkest too. Like our traditional stories that, now are Disney classics, right? Are actually really incredibly dark, most of them Slavic stories that we've rewritten to be, not as scary or murdery as they would be in the times that they were told. Like Hansel and Gretel is actually kind of just a terrifying story to children, kind of warning children. I mean, they were all morality tales, right? Like things that you would want your children to pay attention to, like don't wander into the woods alone, don't talk to strangers, whatever. But I feel like it starts with the B. Yes, the Baba Yaga. You just give her some Cheerios off. Oh, we'll just grab her a handful of Cheerios. She'll eat Cheerios and be quiet. I give them to her all the time. Plus, you don't have to worry about giving the bird cholesterol. Cheerios are heart healthy. This bird is such a beggar for food. She'll eat just about anything that people are eating. It's terrible. All right, next question. What is the name? Now, most people know this one because of the movies. What is the name of the Norse realm of the gods? What is the name of the Norse realm of the gods? Yeah, so I got myself, like I said, some kitting down to do. I've got, I think, can you grab her some Cheerios, please? Thank you. I've got most of it in hand, I think. Like I said, I hate throwing away all of this plastic. It makes me very sad. Yes, Asgard. Togo, they're getting you some Cheerios. Calm yourself down. She's so needy. Not like she's starved or anything. She just likes treats. Anything that's not food, she's all about it. Yes, Asgard. The movies definitely help with that. The Marvel movies. All right. Which creature is said to guard the underworld, the entrance to the underworld in Greek mythology? Which creature is said to guard the underworld, the entrance to the underworld in Greek mythology? A couple of friends of mine let my son pick out a toy when he was over at their house because they had all kinds of things, just things that kids would want to play with. And he was able to pick out basically anything he wanted off of this one shelf. And the first thing that he gravitates toward is one of these. It was like a hard plastic, and fell in love with this particular creature, which is called, and you still have it, yes, a Cerberus, or a three-headed dog. And I was like, yeah, that's my kid. Would be grabbing a mythological creature to play with, like you do. Yes, the Cerberus. And each of the heads apparently has its own name. I don't know what they are. Don't ask me to tell you what they are, but I know that each head has a different name. I only remember the Cerberus well because of Hercules, Disney's Hercules. He fights a Cerberus, and in Kingdom Hearts, if you've ever played Kingdom Hearts, you have to fight a Cerberus in Kingdom Hearts to like essentially win in the arena in Olympia, I think is the name of that world that you go to. It's Herc's world, but you only can go to the arena. You can't visit anywhere else in Herc's land, uh, except for the arena. And you have to fight a Cerberus, which is pretty cool. All right, 9, 4, there we go. All right, what's our next easy question? I think we're running out of easy ones pretty soon. Oh, this is the last easy question. Who was the winged horse in Greek mythology? I think most people know this one because, well, we in pop culture still all the time. We see this particular winged horse. What's it called? A winged horse. That's what I was thinking of. Kingdom Hearts. Yeah. The Cerberus from Kingdom Hearts. You should play Kingdom Hearts? Yes, you should. I have all of them on my Switch because I had that download. I have all of the Kingdom Hearts. Love that game. I have Red Dead Redemption on my Switch as well. All right, let's see. Get rid of some of these ones I don't need. Yes, Pegasus. Yeah, I've played all of the Kingdom Hearts. I didn't finish the one that was specifically for the 3DS or DS. 36 whatever slash 24, whatever it was. I didn't finish that one. I finished all the others. I think my favorite one is always going to be like Kingdom Hearts 1, but I enjoyed all of them really. But I could play through Kingdom Hearts, the first game. I mean, honestly, I could play through that game a gajillion times, but nowadays I keep getting like hung up on fighting Azeroth, I think his name is. He keeps kicking my butt there and everywhere. Togo, stop it. Well, she thinks she needs more for some reason. I'm not certain why. Okay, where is... Oh, that's right. I had 5,200 in a different thingy. Because I needed 64 colors, or no, 57 colors, and I only had 56 containers. All right, let's see here. Next question, into medium. Who stole fire from the gods and gave it to humans in Greek mythology? Who stole fire from the gods and gave it to humans in Greek mythology? And you might not think that you know the answer, but I think when you hear the answer, you're going to go, oh my gosh, what's up, Jamie? You're going to go, oh my gosh, I do know the answer to this question. If I feel like, Togo, knock it off, bird. You want to just grab her another little bitty bit of Cheerios, please? Well, but Cheerios aren't going to hurt her. I don't want you to give her any more fries. I don't want her to sit there screaming, but I don't want you to give her any more fries. It's just not good for her. Yes, she is just fat. She is that, definitely. No. Oh, no. She did deserve to be flipped off, though. Just keep those somewhere nearby. 939. There we go. It is actually Prometheus. Like I said, you knew the answer, you just couldn't remember the answer. It's Prometheus gave fire to the humans. He stole them from the Greek gods and gave it to humans. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Prometheus. Thanks for doing it, though, because, you know, we needed fire. All right. This is a medium question, but it's an easy question. What is the name of the god of mischief in Norse mythology? What is the name of the god of mischief in Norse mythology? Right. Well, that's what I was saying. Like, that's how they knew what actor was. Because, you know, Marvel. Yeah, Loki. Loki, the trickster god. Um, Loki was, you know, like they did a good job with Loki in the Marvel universe, I feel like. Because he really was a bastard. And in Norse mythology, really was a bastard. Like trickster makes him sound like maybe he was a little bit fun to deal with, when in reality, not so much. He was just really a jerk. And he was always doing things to Thor, like always, always, always doing things to Thor. In fact, if I remember correctly, like he, you know, slept with Thor's wife and did all kinds of stupid crap, although he ends up getting himself like chained to a table and then snake venom dripped in his eyes or something, like something really terrible. But yeah, poor Loki. And by poor Loki, I mean not at all poor Loki, because he was really just kind of a dick of the god realm. Name of your dog. That reminded me of a random show. What random show? Ooh, here we go. In Celtic mythology, what is the name of the land of the fairies? In Celtic mythology, what is the name of the land of the fairies? It's another one that you probably know the answer to, but you don't realize that you know the answer to. Those are the worst ones because you're like, it's on the tip of my tongue. And I don't know what it is. Man, I had a ton of 3, 8, 5, 6. I do have to say that, as always with this Jada Gem Shop kit, I had plenty of leftover drills. I always do. Even when there's garbage, there seems to be plenty of leftovers. I've seen the Loki TV show. I have not. I have not at all. Physical 100. Hmm. No, I've heard good things though. I don't end up watching a lot of TV shows until they're like been off the air or off streaming services or whatever for a while. And then I go back and I watch them years later. And I'm like, man, why didn't I watch this when it was on? I don't know, because I was too busy watching something else for the 78th time. We can blame that on whatever you like. So the land of the fairies is Tir Nanog. It's probably something that you've heard the name of before, but didn't realize you'd heard the name of it. Tir Nanog is the land of the fairies in Celtic mythology. Or Underhill is another word or name for it. Yes. Okay. Who was the queen of the underworld in Greek mythology? You should know this one. The queen of the underworld in Greek mythology. Now, what I'm super excited about, we're going to have a gods and goddesses event in June and July. And if you've got Chrysabugs, man, you've probably got that covered, but you'll have to let me know which diamond painting you're planning on. Because even if you think you don't have something that would work for this, I guarantee you that you do. Because if you can make a pitch for it, I'll probably believe it. I'll accept just about anything, honestly. Too many fantasy books. Tir na Nog, Elfame, Underhill. Yeah. Yes, Persephone, the queen of the underworld. And I love, love, love the story of Persephone. It's always been one of my favorites. Not because, the king of the underworld, Hades, falls in love with her and, steals her away, like really convinces tricks her father into letting him marry him and all these other things. I love the fact that, it's more a story about love because Persephone doesn't love Hades. She just ends up in the underworld because her dad gets tricked, right? I love the fact that her mother, Demeter, that she like essentially is so pissed off about what happens that she makes it spring and winter. When her daughter gets to come see her for 6 months, she makes it spring, and then when she has to go back, she makes it winter. Like, I love my kids. I get it. I'd be just as mad. Persephone do you have, Faye? Because there's a few, right? There's Persephone, goddess of spring. There's Persephone, queen of the underworld, and then there's Persephone of spring, which is just like a bust. It's basically like her from the shoulders up. There's a few different versions of Persephone that were done by Chrysabugs. 7, 6, 8. There we go. Whoop, spun it. Seems to be one of either her favorite characters to do art of or Dak's favorite characters to make diamond paintings of. I'm not sure which. She does seem to enjoy making Persephone art, but she makes a lot of art with mythological figures, gods, goddesses, demigods, the Hecate, which I feel like falls, or the Sisters of Fate, which falls into kind of a category of their own in my mind. All right, which Hindu god is known as the Destroyer? Which Hindu god is known as the Destroyer? I like Hindu stories too, man. They've got some great tales. Trying to figure out if this will close with the all the colors in it or not. Maybe. Maybe it will. No, no. No. Throwing away a lot of garbage. Garbage. 841. You guys know it? It is Shiva. Again, it's probably ones that you know the name of or you'd heard the name of before, you just didn't know that you knew it. Because that tends to be how that goes, I feel like. But Shiva is the Hindu god of, known as the Destroyer. There he is. I'm gonna bark at him for a minute. Okay, here's another medium question. What was the Minotaur's labyrinth built under? Remember what the Minotaur's labyrinth was built under?
It's dead.
Shut up, Dustin. How was work? Were you at Volkswagen today? Is that why you were late?
No, Dylan had it.
Oh.
I couldn't hang in because
Because you're a nice guy?
nice guy and we were getting over.
Oh, well, that's nice. They were on the table. I don't know. That's where they were, was on that table. What are you talking about? So, the Minotaur's Labyrinth, for those who are not sure, because everybody's awfully quiet on that one, was built under the palace of King Minos in Crete. That one I probably would have needed to Google. I don't think I would have remembered that on my own, honestly. I like to take the stickers when I take the stickers off and then use the stickers again to get some of the sticky stuff off. It works actually pretty well. As long as you don't rip the sticker in half when you do it. That's a pain in the butt. Oh, here's an easier kind of medium question. Which creature is half man, half horse in Greek mythology? Which creature is half man, half horse? Also the creature for Sagittarians, which is my sign under a pyramid. Oh, no. The pyramid would be for Egyptian mythology, and minotaurs come from Greek mythology. It's all right. It's okay. Sometimes you just got to guess things. Like I said, I would have had to have Googled that one. Would have had to be a cheater. Dirty, dirty cheater. Half man, half bear, half pig. Man, bear, pig. Oh, good. Okay. Put it over on the shelf where the dog things go.
Today. I'll do it afterwards. You get him in the morning.
Okay. I will treat his ears in the morning and in the evening. Are you taking him
Yes.
for a ride? Go get him, Beans. Where's he going? Better follow him. He's gonna leave without you. You're like, no, he won't. I'll block his way. Yes, the centaur. Yes, a minotaur was half man, half bull, but Faye is making a reference to something else. Just Google man, bear, pig, Jamie. You'll know what she's talking about. Man, bear, pig. What's up, Sarah? Yes, the centaur. Uh, what is the name of the Japanese water spirit known for pulling people into rivers? Scary, scary stuff. What is the name of the Japanese water spirit known for pulling people into rivers? And they're scary looking things too. Like if you actually look these up, they're creepy. Very, very, very scary creatures. Would not want one to pull me into a river. Let's put it that way. They got some scary creatures in Japanese mythology, I'll tell you that much. Like like the heck is it called? The like tanuki. The tanuki are the raccoon things that Mario turns into. Okay, so the funny thing about the tanukis is that they actually use their testicles to like shape into things. They could make nets out of their testicles. Like a group of tanuki would like weave their testicles together to make different things. I'm not making this up. I am not making this up. Tanukis were weird, wily little spirits, but the ones that would pull people into rivers were called kappas, Kappa. Those are horrifying. Like, go Google one real quick. You'll see I am not kidding. They're scary MFs, man. Hard pass. Well, Greek sirens, they would lure people into crashing into the rocks and things like that. But kappas actually like drug people into the water. They were scary AF. Like hard pass on hanging out with a kappa, I'll tell you that much. Scary, scary, scary creatures. And a hard pass on hanging out with one. Um, who were the Valkyries in Norse mythology? Like what were they? What did they do? There's a Studio Ghibli movie about tanukis, and it's kind of hilarious about how obvious their testicles are. Yeah, I mean, they were their testicles were huge. I mean, they could make all kinds of things with their. They would build towns out of their testicles. So it's funny to me that in Animal Crossing, okay, Tom Nook is not a raccoon. Tom Nook is a tanuki, right? And so the fact that you keep having to pay him to upgrade your house and build this like, island resort on New Horizons or towns in, whatever whichever versions of the game, that you're paying this tanuki basically to upgrade your town says to me that he's probably using his testicles to make the town or your house. Not lost on me. So the are warrior women in Norse mythology, and they chose essentially which soldiers would die and go to Valhalla. A lot of times people would pray to them before battle so that they would be taken to Valhalla if they died. How did I never realize that about Tom Nook? Yeah. Yeah. Enjoy those tax returns. I would pass. Yeah. Yep, Tom Nook. Shaping his balls into all kinds of things for you on Animal Crossing. And then his nephews, he's teaching them the trade. You know, they're selling you other items. Like, yeah, yeah, it's all pretty wild. Like, maybe it just, I don't know. Maybe I don't want you to upgrade my house for me with your testicles. Maybe I'm not into that sort of thing. I don't know. Kind of fun. Kind of fun fact for you. All right. What is the name of the giant wolf destined to kill Odin in Ragnarok? Bowie, stop. Relax, Chica. She's all sad because she also wants to go, but she cannot. Bowie, over here. Sit down. Relax, Chica. What is the name of the giant wolf destined to kill Odin in Ragnarok? You remember the wolfie's name? This is far more interesting than the taxes I'm working on. Yes, Rose, it is Fenrir. That is the giant wolf destined to kill Odin. There's always animals tearing people up and doing stuff in Norse mythology. You got to kind of love that. Got wolves and ravens, all sorts of fun stuff. Oh, wow. That was dramatic, Bowie. No, I'm sorry, Bowie. No. Bowie, where's Dad? Go find him. Gotta go up there and find him. She's gonna be mad in a second when he leaves without her. Sorry, Boo Woo. You don't get to go. Got all these ones that I don't need any more of. So many extras. Yes, Fenrir. All right. Which creature in Chinese mythology is associated with good fortune and power? Which creature in Chinese mythology is associated with good fortune and power? I don't need this one. Oh, need that one. I'm gonna go through these quick and the ones I don't need any more of. Get so many extra baggy bags. Like I said, I save all of them in case I need multiples, but then, then I gotta throw out the rest of them, which is not a lot of fun because it is a lot of trash, but I think I already saved one. Yep. Let's see here. I think that's enough to be going on for now. She's sad. My guess is a cat, a waving cat. It's actually the dragon. It's associated with good fortune and power, though the happy cat that you're thinking of, yes, they often associate that with good fortune as well. But not power. It's a little different. Yeah, that's like good luck and money or good fortune sort of dealy. Bowie, my dear, I'm sorry, unless you're taking her. So rude. Look at her. She's so sad now. You've made her the saddest dog in the whole world. Okay, see you later. Is the Greek hero who completed the 12 labors? Who was the Greek hero who completed the 12 labors? You know the answer to this one. Tell Bowie no. Trying to follow him out the back door. That's okay. After he goes and I'm done with the live, I will take her on a walk with me. So she doesn't have to be sad, Bowie. Ooh, flinging diamonds everywhere. It is, yes, Heracles or Hercules. People, we know him as both Heracles, Hercules. Now I really want to watch Disney's Hercules because my favorite songs, I think, are always like the three women, especially the first song, like the intro song to Hercules is like one of the best. In fact, I think most of the songs in that movie are some of my favorites. Maybe not Michael Bolton's version of Go the Distance, but I do really enjoy the rest of the songs. Okay, what is the name of the giant serpent in Aztec mythology? The name of the giant serpent in Aztec mythology. It's hard to spell, but if I can figure out what I think you're trying to spell, then I got that as an answer. Hero to Zero is a bop. Yes, I agree. I agree. Ooh, I'm almost done kitting this down. Getting closer. That's exciting. Probably start using something else to. I'm gonna pop my nail off or something stupid. Use something else to get it started. I had a dream. Okay, because I took a nap before the live, right? And I had a dream that my brother, my older brother, and my mom and I concocted a plan. And this obviously my mom was alive in this dream, concocted a plan to sell gallons and gallons of paint to this fraternity at a college. And it was this money making scheme that we were going to sell these gallons and gallons of paint which were in the like the university's colors or whatever. Why am I telling you this? I have no idea. I just thought about it. I just remembered what it was and it was weird. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to share it with you guys. It was a weird ass dream that I concocted a plan with my mom and my brother to sell paint to college kids. I don't know why. I don't know why I dreamt that, but that's what I dreamt. It was very weird. Yes, Quetzalcoatl, however you say the name, Quetzalcoatl. The only reason I even know anything about this name or this creature is actually due to Final Fantasy because you fight one in Final Fantasy 8. And that's the only reason why I remember it. Otherwise, I would be SOL. I would have nothing for you. It is indeed the Quetzalcoatl, however you say it. That's the one. In Native American folklore, what is a skinwalker? In Native American folklore, what is a skinwalker? What do they do? What do they do? I think the answer is kind of in the name, but you know, it's a medium question. It's the way it was set up, okay? I didn't do it. I know often, like when you watch paranormal things, uh, they will often be attributed to these things in particular because, you know, it's an unexplained, like, mimic sort of situation or whatever. And of course, like most people don't really believe in Bigfoots or big feet. It's called a big feet, plural. That they come up with this as an answer or whatever, and that is a skinwalker. Skinwalkers, they can change into animals or people and then, you know, essentially rip people up or whatever, haunt them, I guess. Not haunt them, but like stalk them or whatever. They can just shift into animals or people. Ooh, here we go. Here's another question about Norse mythology. What is the name of the frost giant in Norse mythology? What is the name of the frost giants in Norse mythology? You go get my nails done like sooner rather than later, but I'm gonna wait until after I go and mess with the lathe because then if I grind them off or chip them or damage them, then it won't be a big deal because they are already kind of like grown out to begin with. So that's why I'm waiting. Otherwise, I would have done it already. But I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna waste my money on getting my nails done, and then I'm just gonna immediately end up filing them off while I'm trying to make pens. Do you remember the name of the frost giants? They're the Jotnar. 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 Those darned frost giants. Oh, I already talked about this one. Which goddess was born from the sea foam in Greek mythology? I already talked about the ridiculousness of this one. Which goddess was born from the sea foam in Greek mythology? Darn Greeks and their weirdness. You just got all kinds of weirdness happening. Here we go. The Greeks and their weirdness. It is mighty, mighty Aphrodite, born from sea foam. That's not sexual at all when somebody's testicles have been removed and they create sea foam. Not even a little bit. It's not weird. Not weird at all. Ooh, here we go. Who is oh, wait, nope, wrong. What legendary bird is reborn from its ashes? That's a pretty easy one. even though it's in the medium questions. Which bird is reborn from its ashes? Let's see. Nope. 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 Trying to find some. There we go. There's one. Nope. 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 I'm going to throw a bunch of those away because I feel like I don't remember seeing that one. Nope. Nope. There we go. That's okay. I always have extra bags if I need them, but yeah, Togo. 543. There we go. There's that one. 5, 6. Nope. There we go. That's the one I was looking for. Okay. Now, that one. I have 7. Nope. I need 772. Okay. There's that one. And a 3853, which I do not see in here. Okay, let me check in my extras thingy over. A little thingy of extras. No. No, no. Okay, not in there. So I've got to create one. So we'll just go with this one, I guess. Oh, use this one too, whatever. Doesn't matter. 3853. Boom. Yes, the phoenix. The phoenix is the legendary bird reborn from its ashes. Okay, next question. Who is the trickster god in Native American mythology? Who is the trickster god in Native American mythology? So it'll be an American creature, right? And tell you what, when you hear a pack of these at nighttime, they're scary AF sounding. They sound like they're going to eat you and your kids. Mr. Coyote, the trickster god in Native American mythology, which makes sense. I mean, coyotes are pretty wily. Sorry. Wily coyote joke. Terrible. Terrible. just, just kidding. Listening is a skill. Yes. We already covered Loki, the trickster god. We talked about Loki. Coyote, the trickster god. Oh, oops, I already had that one. All right, let's see. Next question. Oh, okay. This one is, I think it's a medium/hard question. I knew the answer to this question, but only because, again, I'm obsessed with Egyptology. So, what was the Sphinx's famous riddle about? The Sphinx has a famous riddle. Hold on. Let me get that for you. It is what walks on four legs in the morning, two in the afternoon, and three in the evening. What walks on four legs in the morning, two in the afternoon, and three in the evening. It's the riddle that was posed to travelers, specifically Oedipus. And what is the answer to that riddle? Like, what was that riddle about? And you can go specific or non-specific. I'm going to give you a specific answer, but you can go non-specific if you'd like. Like the stages of man or humans, whatever, the like a man's life stages. So morning is the human being crawling as a baby, noon is walking on two legs, and evening is using a cane, with the three legs, two legs and a cane. But it's the stages of a human being's life. But it's a very famous one. Okay, next question. And this one is one of my favorite stories in African culture. Uh, in African folklore, who is the famous trickster spider? In African folklore, who is the famous trickster spider? And it is absolutely one of my favorite African folklore stories. And there's actually a story from this particular trickster god, Anansi, where he he tricks a tiger into giving him his testicles, which is honestly one of my favorite stories about Anansi, tricking a tiger god into giving him his testicles. So you just picture uh this freaking, oh, that's where it was. You picture this spider walking around with the testicles of a tiger is like my favorite thing. I love it, love it, love it. Man, I went and changed that and I had the darn number. It was my own fault, I tell ya. Did it to myself. But what a wonderful trickster god. Too good, too good. All right, next one. These are going to be hard questions. In Hindu mythology, which epic tells the story of Prince Rama and his quest to rescue Sita? In Hindu mythology, which epic tells the story of Prince Rama and his quest to rescue Sita? This would have been one I would have had to have Googled. The other ones I would have been doing okay so far, mostly, but this one I would have had to look up. I don't know a lot about Hindu mythology. Lacking in the Hindu mythology department. I did know who Shiva was, but Gilgamesh, only epic in my head. It is the story of Ramayana. Okay. Which who is the Norse goddess of the dead and ruler of the underworld? Who is the Norse goddess of the dead and ruler of the underworld? Would love to see Chrissa Bug, like this version, Chrissa Bug's version of this particular deity over at DAC. I think, I'll have to look and see if this one is at Jade or not. I don't remember seeing her at Jade. But she's one of the ones I would like to see DAC do. And it is Hel, Hel, is the Norse goddess of the underworld. Ooh, here's a good question. It's a hard one, but I did not know the answer, and now I know it, and now I'm scared. In Inuit mythology, what is a Qualupalik? A Kalupalik. Qualupalik. Kalupalik in Inuit mythology. A Kalupalik. I hope I'm not murdering the pronunciation of that. And if I am sorry. To all of my Inuit friends, of which I do know I have a few. I don't speak the language. I apologize. And this is a terrifying one. Holy crap. Read a series where the main character worked for Hel. It was pretty good. Nice. It's so weird, y'all, to be looking outside right now and seeing like bright light. That's unusual. Because usually by now in the live, it is beginning to get dark, which is where we would, go into Discord after dark. And all right, so Kalupalik is get this. Okay, it is a sea creature in Inuit mythology that lures children into the water. Yikes. Yeesh, man. Yeesh, yeesh, yeesh. No thankies. Hard pass on that. What is the name of the Celtic warrior queen who led a rebellion against the Romans? What is the name of the Celtic warrior queen who led a rebellion against the Romans? It was 70 today. It didn't get that high here. I think we had a high of 54, but still it's been beautiful. I mean, in comparison, and it's supposed to be even warmer the rest of the week, which is why my plan is to go over and turn some pens while I've got some nice weather to do it in, as it is March and you just don't know what in the heck you're going to get for weather around here. All right, let's see if we can fit all of these in here. And I got to write the name on the sticker. Oh, I think it's going to fit. Okay, cool. Yeah, there we go. The name of the Celtic warrior queen is Boudica. Boudica. I think that's how you pronounce it. Boudica. Boudica. Boudica? Yeah. Don't ask me. Celtic words are hard, especially if they never, ever, ever sound like they are spelled. Let me see if I'm pronouncing it murdering the whole. Let me see. Hold on. It is Bauducka. Okay. Bauducka, according to the Google machine. And yeah, Bauducka. Sorry. Sorry, Celtic people. Sorry. Okay. We will get to a couple more questions while I write some thingies down. Bauducka. Like, how do you. Bauducka? Bauducka. Probably faster. Like, Bauducka. That makes more sense. Honor the masses. There. And now I have a spare extra baggie that I can use for things. That's handy. Okay. I've got honor the masses all done. There's one down and like 4 more to go. I've always heard it wrong too. Yeah, I thought it was Boudica, but Boudica makes sense, I suppose. All right, next question. According to Greek mythology, who was the first woman created by the gods? According to Greek mythology, who was the first woman created by the gods? This troublemaking woman. Always a woman making trouble. Creating, issues that, of course, a man then has to clean up because that's all we're good for is, making messes that men gotta clean up. Yes, Miss Pandora and her box of badness. Gotta watch out for that. You don't want any badness in your box. Don't want that. Terrible, terrible. All right. Which Norse god lost his hand to the wolf Fenrir? Which Norse god lost his hand to the wolf Fenrir? I got another Craftmates that I need to empty out. And Sarah's favorite thing, I have an extra I have an extra one here that needs to go with it. I'll put them in order too so I can do them and find them easier. There we go. There we go. There we go. Aha. All right. Yeah, that actually goes to a different one that I didn't need all of the rows in. And so I grabbed an extra and I just had it laying off to the side. It was the, let me get back here. The Norse god who lost his hand to the wolf Fenrir was Tyr, Tyr. And then, as the last question that I will ask, and then I will invite you all to join me in a little while here over on Discord for Discord After Dark. The last question, but hold on, let me get a linky. I think most of the people that are in here are on Discord After Dark, but just in case, I'll grab up the linky for Discord and stick it into the chat there. I think most of you are in there. Last question. What is the name of the 2 ravens that accompany Odin? What is the name of the 2 ravens that accompany Odin? And then bonus, if you can tell me what those names stand for, what the names mean. got Persephone of Spring here. That's what this one is. I'll be ready to kit this one down too. And then, as you are thinking on the name of the two ravens that accompany Odin, I'll remind you all, please, 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 if you would not mind, go slap that like button, poke it, punch it. Ooh, look, there's sunlight on me. Oh, sunlight. It's actually from a prism that is in my window. It's flashing a light at me right now. Um, Please go ahead and boop the like button, smack it, poke it, whatever you like to do to your like button. Also, if you're not a subscriber of the channel, consider subscribing if you enjoy diamond painting content. You're about to receive a some post reviews here in just a little bit, dumped on ya, and some other content that I've got in the works. And then, if you're not a member of the Discord, you can go ahead and go join that for free. And we'll be moving into Discord after dark for, well, even though it's not dark yet, for chat. If you'd like to hang out and, catch up with me, I haven't talked to a lot of people in it's been a few days since I've really, had the kind of energy to talk to anybody, just because of funeral stuff. But I hope that you'll join me there and hang out at least for a little while. The names of Odin's ravens are Hugin and Munnin, and they mean thought and memory. That's where those names came from. All right, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. I will continue to kit down the things I'm supposed to kit down, like, I'm supposed to do. So I have some more uh, you know, storage ready for when I'm ready to do my next. Right now, I don't have a whole lot. So, that all being said, like I said, I hope you'll join me on Discord. Otherwise, join me again on Thursday on live, or like I said, I've got some content coming up for you. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I always enjoy and appreciate you. And as ever, I hope that wherever you are in this great, big, beautiful world, that you are having a phenomenal morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are in this sunny world. Look at its sun. Special. All right. Talk to you guys later. Much love.